From the smallest little producer in Bordeaux to the great chateaus, they made excellent wines. And this is a great opportunity for all of you, because you don't have to spend thousands of dollars on a bottle of 205 Bordeaux. It's about conversation. You don't always have to agree with people. You don't always have to agree with your friends or agree with me or agree with, anyone else, because wine's a very personal thing. But at the same time, it's something to share, and conversation about vintages, about Bordeaux, that's really what it's all about.
From '94, I invest quite a lot in the property, changing a lot of things. So it's not we're not finished yet, but we see now the wine I like and I wish to do is very well balanced, and I think it has character as well. But I'm not for the wine which is much too extract. I want to keep the freshness in the wine, which is very important.
I've been coming here for about 20 years now, and I've always taken part on the floor, and it's the first time I'm actually up on stage. If I'm up on stage, it's because of Rosan Segla, because I've had the opportunity given to me by the Wertheimer family 14 years ago to try and bring that property back to what it was, as James was saying a long time ago. I think you had to be a fool not to make good wine in Bordeaux in 2005. All you had to do is to be intelligent enough to see exactly what you had and not be tempted, especially, to make a little bit more wine, to stay faithful to what your philosophy is and simply continue to make the best possible wine.
It is my 30th vintage at Pontet-Canet, and it is the first one which is totally organic. It is a kind of vintage that every wine grower would dream to do several times in his life. I hope that there will be other vintage for me at this level, or hopefully even better. Problem with my gray hair.
You are far more open-minded in New York than in Paris, because if on a Saturday afternoon we were trying to organize a Bordeaux tasting, no one will turn out in Paris. And if they do, they would only be interested about the new Beaujolais Nouveau to arrive soon. So thank you for coming to taste these great wines, and thank you to the Wine Spectator. 2005 is clearly the best wine we have produced. It's a wine which has a great sense of modernity. Producing wines with very high tannins, very high acidity, and very high alcohol is very difficult. Being on the 45th parallel in Bordeaux, we are fortunate to have the right climate to do that, and that's what you have in 2005. These three components of the wines counterbalance each other, and that gives a sense of balance and harmony and aging potential.
This is the pinnacle of quality of Lascaz, the finest ever produced alongside the 82. And only time will tell if it is even better.
If you know great wine, this has everything there. It has the density, the structure, it has everything. But it's just a sleeping giant right now.
2005, of course, is a very good wine. But I just wanted to tell you that for me, it's always a question of optimization. Optimization for 2005 was more in the vineyards than in the winemaking process. For Pomerol, you have 70% Merlot present, 25% Cabernet Franc, and only 5% Cabernet Sauvignon.
Not only do people buy these wines for what they're giving now, but they buy them for the pedigree, because they know that a wine like the 205 Vieux Chateau Certain, they know that the 48's great, the 47, the 28, the 29. Those wines are still a few bottles out there, and they're still great.
In 05, everything was perfect. The weather, the rains, the summer, not too warm, not too cool at nights, not too dry. Everything was just perfect. During the harvest, we were just wondering when we had to pick. It was ripe, but the weather was good, so maybe we had to wait again, maybe we had to pick. So it was very, very easy conditions for us in 2005. 06 and 04 and 07 and 08 are much more complicated to make, and sometimes also much more interesting for us winemakers.
The first thing we learned going to Pomerol was about Merlot. And when I taste a glass of L'Évangile 2005, when I taste Vieux Certain, when I taste Conseillante, when you're going to taste L'Angelus, This is the perfect expression of Merlot. And I speak as a Medocan, being involved with Lafite for 22 years now. If you want to get to the subtlety of a great Merlot in a great year, this Pomerol and this Saint-Emilion in 2005 will be the top, the extreme.
Even if normally we like to privilege the Cabernet Franc, in 2005 we decided to privilege the Merlot. So we have 60% of Merlot in the Château Angelus 2005. And what can qualify the vintage 2005 is the elegance, the harmony, and the freshness.
I really want to thank everyone for coming. It's amazing they came. I hope if you're still picking, the harvest goes well. Thank you very much.